everyone and welcome back to our new SwiftUI tutorial. Today we are going to see how to create this loading animation. Before we start, let's look at the requirement that we need to meet in order to create this. We have L and ADING letters in our animation, whereas O is being drawn as a circle. And in that circle, we have a stroke, and that stroke is being rotated with some degree and with some size. So let's see how we can create this. So let's start with a new Xcode project. Now as we saw that we have letters L, A, D, I, N, G, not O. O is drawn with a circle. So let's add the rest of the letters. So for that we are going to create H-stack. H-stack add or arrange views in horizontal order. So let's add a text to it. But before adding, let's first set background to black by using color in GStack, color.black, and we are going to ignore the safe area using function as ignoring safe area. Now after adding text L, it's not going to be displayed here. Why is that? So that is because its foreground is black. So we need to change its foreground to white first. So let's add white to it and see what's going to happen. Okay, so we can see L is being represented on the screen, but it's being very small. So let's add a font size to it using font function and then system size. And we can give it a bold function to it to make it more visible. Right, so we have L. Similarly, we are going to add other letters which are A, D, I, N, G. So here we have L and A, D, I, N, G added successfully. Now we need to add O, and for O we need a circle. And for circle we have circle structure. Circle structure here, and with that circle structure we need to specify its foreground color, and we can give it white to make it more prominent. Along with that we are going to add some frame width and height to it. So let's add a width 26 and height of 26. And let's see if it fits our letter. Okay, so we have added O, but we need to make it we need to give it a stroke line with some width. So let's add stroke with a stroke style and line width of 8. After that we need to give its foreground color with some white with some opacity. So let's add opacity to it of 0.4. Once we have opacity, we can see that O is being appear as we need it for our design. And now we need to add another circle with a circle trimmed circle, basically, for which is going to be rotated inside the circle. And in order to do that, we can either use ZStack or we can use overlay. And to add overlay, we have overlay function, and in this overlay function it declares whatever we are going to add in this overlay is represented in the front of this view. So let's add overlay to it, and in this overlay we are going to add another circle. Let's declare another circle. Now we are going to use a trim function, and for this trim function basically trims the circles in the point where we specify from and to. So if we are going to use from 0 to 0.5, it's going to trim the circle in half. So let's give a foreground color to it so that we can see its overlay. here we can see it has filled. Okay, so why is that filled? Because we haven't given any stroke. So let's add stroke and frame to it with a stroke of line width 8. So now we need to rotate this, and in order to rotate this we need to change this rotation effect. But before moving on to rotation effect, we need to decrease this trim value to 0.3. Now let's add a rotation effect to it. Now rotation effect needs an angle, and here we can specify angle 0 for now. In order to rotate this inner circle, we need to add a property wrapper, which is going to be state property wrapper, which is going to be updated after every x second. So let's declare a state property wrapper here, and we can name it to rotation degree, whereas we can initially give that value 0, and we are going to add the same value in rotation effect. Alright, so it's saying that we need to update it to double, so let's give it 0.0. Now we are going to update its value after every x second, and in order to do that we need to add dot on appear, and we can add timer dot schedule timer, and after every 0.1 second we can update its value. So let's update its value. Rotation degree plus is equals to 1. Let's see what's going to happen next. We have added a straight property wrapper for rotation degree, and we have animated rotation degree by 1. So if we are going to observe closely, it is being rotated, but its rotation is very slow. So we are going to increase it by changing the value of time interval. So let's see what's going to happen next. Okay, so we have finally achieved this, and we can all witness that it's moving perfectly. And if we need to increase its speed, we can further change the time interval to 0.0001, and we can see that loading effect has been achieved successfully. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any feedback or comment, or if you need me to create a tutorial of any design, please do let me know. Thank you so much. Hope you like it. Have a nice day.